And welcome back to Nothing Fancy. I am your co-host, Jaden.
And I'm your co-host, Joanna.
Hi. If
Hello.
I sound whack.com this week, y'all, it is because I have to use these janky ass headphones on my phone because my laptop decided it doesn't want to connect to the internet today. It decided that today was the day. It said, I don't really feel like it. So I have to deal with this jankety mess today, which I think is really disrespectful.
It's been a journey, y'all.
It's been a journey. Are you using like your regular microphone and stuff? Like your podcast microphone, I should say, with the sock that I gave you to put on.
With the sock.
Oh, that's so cute. Wow. Yeah, wow. I'm so glad one of us is professional and like has things that works and
has a computer that works and everything.
Right. Yeah, no, I cannot wait till I get a new computer.
Me either.
Girl, you already got a new computer.
For you.
Oh, for me.
Stupid.
I thought it was like, Joanna, you just got a new computer. What are you
You're like,
about?
don't be greedy.
Right. So for this week's news of the week. It's okay. You were late. I'll do it one more time. Okay, so for this week's news of the week. I didn't even try to sing it. I gave up. I'm going to do this news of the week in terms of as if like, because when this episode goes up, obviously it's going to be on Monday, the day before the election. So I'm going to do these as if things are happening tomorrow. Right. So, or as if things have already happened. So things that have already happened. Ariana's album has come out.
Yes.
It's a banger. We already know. Positions came out 2 weeks ago. Also a banger. Love that song, by the way. Tomorrow is the election. So if you have not voted already, please find the time to go do that tomorrow.
Get to
or
it,
even today. If you have the time, please do it. Because
what? Oh no.
I heard nothing that you just said because it decided to cut out.
I didn't say anything. You went silent and I was like, because what? Like, what's the secret?
Oh. We probably just look at saying we're both just sitting here looking at each other. We're like, so this is great. Yeah, for some reason my Wi-Fi connection today has like not been the best. So I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, if at any point in this episode there is just a long silence from me, please know that it is because my Wi-Fi has decided it does not want to work and it has disconnected. It has been doing stupid things all day. So please bear with me. So yeah. Yes. But for today's episode, we're going to be reading some of our dreams, our weird little dreams that we've had. I'm so excited. I don't know if I want to start with my two most recent ones because those ones are also pretty weird, or if I should go with, or if I should start off with like an older one first, maybe. I don't know. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I don't know, because I was debating between a new one or an old one. I'll do the newer ones because they really like, I don't know, they kind of messed with me a little bit.
Okay. All right.
Well, I think it was like right when it was about to get cold, because I honestly think it was because I was so snuggled up. Like, if that makes sense. So I was like dreaming really heavy.
Right.
The dream felt, both of these dreams, it was one night and then the next. They both felt so real that I woke up. You know, like when you wake up in like a panic, but you're like not like that. You just wake up and you're like confused and kind of panicked. That's what both of these dreams did to me. And like, it's the main thing that happened. The first dream, like everyone came over our house and like all of my cousins and stuff, and we were hanging out, and they left somewhere And then I went to my closet and I looked in my closet and this is so dark. And then I saw that my cousin had hung himself. And I was like, oh my God. And I closed the door and I told my mom, and then like,
oh,
they took him
I thought
out.
you were gonna be like, I closed the door and I didn't tell anybody else. Like, Joanna,
I mean,
evil.
my mom and other people were about to look in this closet. I don't know why they were gonna look in that. Maybe it's a bathroom. I can't remember that part. But the point is, he died, and then everyone came over and was crying about it, and it just felt so real. I woke up the next day and I was freaking out, and I was like, I hope he's okay. And I told Erica, she was like, oh, he's fine, it's okay. And I was like,
Oh, he's fine.
I was like, okay, I really hope so, because that dream freaked me out.
Right.
And then the next day, the dream I had, I was outside and I looked across the street, and this man, I mean, this one was kind of more funnier, but like it still freaked me out.
Mm-hmm.
The guy came outside with one of my cousins, and like grabbed her by her arm and her leg and flung her off of the porch onto the ground, and she landed on her stomach. And I was like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with
Wait,
you?
wait. Did
It
you
was
say she
like,
was pregnant in
no,
the dream? Oh, okay. I don't know
I'd kill her
why
if
I
she was
heard that.
pregnant in the dream.
I don't
She's
know
like a
why.
child.
Oh, I don't know why I heard that she was pregnant for some reason.
But he flung her off and she landed on her stomach, and I was like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he was like, she needs to get the fuck out of my house. And she started throwing up, obviously, and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, and I woke up and I was like, what the fuck? I was like tripping, dude.
Oh my God,
I
that's
know.
insane. All of my dreams are written down in my dream journal, and some of these are very
What a
old.
nerd.
I'm actually gonna start. Shut up. I am turning into Max from Shark Boy and Lava Girl, the new
I
one.
wanted that to happen so bad. I tried to make one that was like his, like with characters and shit, but my dreams aren't like that. So it was like,
My dreams were never like that either. Okay, so my first one, I had to like screenshot these and like send it to my phone. So I'm just gonna like read from these because I had to give as much detail as possible so that way people could understand this one. So this one's from the 14th of this month of October, or of last month, I should say then at this point. Okay, so it says, so I had a dream that I went to this really weird school I went to this really weird school, and to get to the school, there was a hallway very similar to the hallway at the Aurora Mall, which if you're from Denver and you have ever been to the Aurora Mall, then you probably will know what hallway I'm talking about. It's the hallway downstairs to get to the bathrooms, like that really long hallway to go to the bathrooms. And so there was a bunch of people in the bathroom, and then I left after that and went through a doorway in the hallway that took me up a set of stairs and to a floor that looked very fancy but also very minimalistic. I went to a class with two other people. Your dog is in the background just barking.
yeah, you can hear them. They're outside.
That took me up a set of stairs to a floor that looked very fancy but also very minimalistic. I went to class with two other people and we learned about a very obscure and meaningless things. And then we found out that spiders can hide in our eyes. Wait, it gets better.
Okay.
This one girl then looked to her right eye. So like she was with her left eye, she looked with her right eye. So like she looked and like looked away. And so like the inside of her eye right here. And pushed down on like the inside corner and stuff like that. And so that way like they like would get the spider, and so and then like the spider like crawled out like because it like disguised itself, right? And the spider was a golden color and almost didn't look real, and then it just like ran amok, but like in a fun way. So like they weren't
like in
my
a
phone's about to
fun
die.
way.
Yeah, why is this happening to me? Why are bad things happening to me? But yes, like in a fun way. And then the spiders they weren't harmful. They weren't like poisonous or anything. They were there to protect us. And
like in your eye, they were there to protect you, or just in general?
And like in general, they were just there to protect you. But like they could come out at will. But like if you wanted them to come out like whenever you wanted, then you could just like push down your eye and like they'd like come out, which was like really weird. And so like they also like responded via name, so like you could like name them and like they would come out. And so then like whenever like
Pokemon.
Yeah, kind of like your eye was like a Pokemon ball. And so then when she was ready to put the spider back, she just like brought her hand up to her eye and like the spider just like crawled back in. And like it like looked weird. It almost looked like an 8-ball in the corner of her eye until she like looked back straight, and then it was fine. And like you would never know. And then like she like looked around, you would never even know that there was like something hiding behind her eye. And so then like that was like something that we were supposed to like learn how to do. And so then for my dreams, y'all, I always go to Google and I like look up like what it means like when you dream about certain things, like very specific things. So my question for Google was, what does it mean to dream about spiders in your eye? And the answer was, from a psychological perspective, to dream of spiders means the dreamer is being manipulated by someone in waking life, or the dreamer might be the one manipulating others in waking life. The explanation of such dream interpretation, spiders have the ability to manipulate their prey into their web. And my dream themes were just like scary, odd, weird, alarming, and creepy. So there's that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're a manipulator. I'm just kidding.
Or I'm being manipulated. Joanna, are you manipulating me?
Damn straight. I'm kidding.
Damn straight. So that was my most recent one. I'll do the other one after you in a second.
Okay. I don't know, because the rest of mine are what?
So long. It was just so long. I'm so sorry.
Your dream?
Yeah.
Oh.
That whole thing was just so long.
You do your next one, because the rest of mine are all like older. So let's do the recent ones first.
Okay. Please hold. All right.
My hands are dry as fuck. This snow, y'all. Ugh.
Whack.
It snowed in Colorado, if y'all didn't know.
It's, girl, y'all, if you like snow, move to Colorado. And if you live in like Vegas or California, you got like a mansion or something, and like you want to trade houses, let us know. So my other most recent dream was on the 15th of last month. So literally the day after. Don't ask me why. I had 2 dreams that I just happened to remember. This one's like a little less weird than the other one.
Sure, let's find out.
Okay, so I was at this kind of meeting competition thing that was like for math or something. It was like some weird competition that had to do with math. That's all I know. I know math was involved. And
were you competing? Because then that's definitely a dream.
F you. My team was competing. And so we eventually lost or won. I really don't know what the judge, I guess I'm assuming we lost, but the judge but we technically won in some cases, in the sense that like we beat the opposing team that we were like wanting to beat, because there was multiple teams. And so and the judge was like, and like people were pissed, and they were like, why, like they should have won, they should have got first place, which leads me to believe that like we got second. And the judge was like, well, I gave them ample amount of time to like fix their answer and like correct their answer, like blah blah blah, like whatever. And so then like everyone was just like, okay, like whatever, like fine, like we still got second place. It's like we all like, then it like cuts to like me like walking like with this group of people. And so then like I start, oh, I forgot that this is a sex dream. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh my God.
You said, oh my God, I forgot.
I just realized how this one ends. Oh well. Okay. So so then I like start walking, like then there's like these like metal stairs that like when I start walking up the stairs, like I blink and I get to the top of the stairs and it turns into like my grandmother's house, which is like super weird. And like when I get to the top of the stairs, when I say it turns into my grandmother's house, it just turns into like where her loft is, and then like where her like the master bedroom is and stuff. And so like I like get to the top of the stairs. I like walk into the room, like, and I see like some people that I know. I'm like, oh hey, like some of my friends and stuff. You were there, I think, and I think you were sitting on the bed. From what I remember, I think Mati was there too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. It looked like her, but I could be going crazy. Anyways, and so then I like walk down the hall to like go to the loft. Right, I'm like do, and I like see this.
What?
I don't even want to. Okay, so there's this TikToker. His name's Luke Jones. I showed you a picture of him last week. He was the one who was like in the ocean
Mm-hmm.
and like didn't have any clothing on. Um, so I'll show you
Uh-huh.
another picture of him later. Anyways, I like walk down the hall. He's like on the phone sitting on the couch and he's like naked. And so for some reason in my dream, I was like, oh yeah, he said that he was going to be waiting for me. And so like I go back down the hall. All you guys are gone at this point. So I get undressed. I go back down the hall. And, like when I come down the hall, he like runs towards me and like I like pick him up and like we start making out or whatever. And in this dream, y'all, I was a top instead of a bottom. And in IRL of real life, I am a bottom. I am not a top. In real life, he's a top and not a bottom. So the roles were reversed here. And
Ooh, what does that mean?
just means that we were doing the opposite of what we should be doing. And we were like just making out. And then I ended up waking up because like we got distracted at some point. So like nothing actually happened. Like no sexual things happened. We were just naked. We were just making out. But I was just like, I don't understand like why I couldn't remember that. Um so yeah. And then when I asked Google what does it mean when you dream about sex and you're the dominant one, they told me according to whatever the website is, a psychological assistant any dreams related to control issues, being extra dominant or desiring aggression, can be symbolic of other control issues going on in your life. Think about work, your relationships, and how you feel within your real life surroundings. And then I had another question. I said, this is the second dream that I've had with stairs. And because
With
the first dream
stairs?
I
Is
walked
that
up
what
the
you
stairs to
said?
like this minimalistic but like kind of fancy house. This one I
Uh-huh.
walked yes, yeah, and it happened 2 days in a row. So I was like, there is something here. So I was like, what does it mean when your dreams have stairs? And it says to dream of stairs represents slow or incremental progress in a situation. If you have problems going upstairs, it may symbolize trouble being unable to make progress in your life. Going upstairs may also symbolize a struggle or challenge you must endure to reach a higher level of understanding, success, or power. And the dream things were just the sexuality, sexual knowledge, weird, and dominant. So those were my two most recent dreams. And
We dream
yeah,
differently.
I did. But they both had stairs. So, maybe I'm going through something. I don't
They
know.
both have stairs.
Sorry, my
That's
dreams are so
funny.
long. Those ones just had the most detail in them because
Mm-hmm.
they were so intricate and I needed to make sure I got the most detail in them. The other ones that I've written down in my dream journal are like very much not that. They don't have as much they just describe the dream
Right.
and that's about it. So yeah.
Okay. Well, me, I have these. Well, not anymore. They were only when I was in school, so I don't know what that means. But I have these two like reoccurring dreams that would happen when I was in school. I'll say the shorter one first.
Uh,
Um, but it starts off in the school that I went to middle school in, and then I'll go down a hall, and then we're gonna go to the library, and we go up the stairs, and it turns into my elementary school. And then we are going up the stairs, and then they slowly get like smaller, and then they turn into glass, and we climb the stairs up into the clouds, and then we're in the clouds, and there's 3 levels, and they're really bouncy, and you have to be careful. Like it's like regular class or recess, I can't remember, but we'll walk around, and like you're it kind of freaks me out because I'm afraid of heights. So it's jumping, and then I'll get
uh-huh.
to the next one, and I'm like, okay, still have one more left or whatever, and then jump down. What happened?
Sorry, my grandmother was calling me.
Oh, okay. and then jump down one more, and I'm on the third one, and then
Mhm.
usually I'll fall to the school, but then I'll wake up in a panic, obviously.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is terrifying.
Isn't
Whoa.
it?
Um, one of my next dreams is about the state of this country. I dream that Black people should be able to go places and, do things without being shot, discriminated against, things like that. I
I have
also
a
dream
dream.
that I have a dream that women will not be treated unequally, and that like they can do the things that they need to do, that white men and men in general will not try to control their bodies and what they
Period,
can do with
sis.
them. So that being said, these sponsors have everything to do with this election happening tomorrow. So please listen to our lovely sponsors. I'm actually doing all the sponsors in this episode. So this is going to be a long little sponsor segment. So enjoy them. All right.
Even though this is a presidential election, there are many more candidates on the ballot besides the president. Go to Ballot Ready for a nonpartisan guide to your entire ballot. From there, you can compare candidates based on stances on issues, biography, or endorsements, and then save your choices to use when you vote by mail or in the voting booth. You can even request your absentee ballot or make a plan to vote early or on election day. This election matters. Make sure you have a plan to vote and vote informed. Go to ballotready.org and enter your address to make a plan to vote and vote informed. Again, go to ballotready.org. Voting isn't just going to the polls on election day anymore. Options like early voting, mail-in voting, and ballot drop-off boxes are available to more voters and are growing in popularity. How to Vote, a tool created by Democracy Works, breaks down the options your state offers for casting a ballot, empowering you to decide when and where to vote. So, decide when and where you'll vote this year at howto.vote. Again, that's howto.vote. Are you registered to vote? Headcount is a nonpartisan organization that works with the music and entertainment industry to get fans to vote. To update or check your voter registration status, go to headcount.org, where you'll find all the information you need to be ready for Election Day. And did you know that more than 60% of eligible voters have never been asked to register? Headcount.org is working to change that. So, register to vote at headcount.org. Again, head on over to headcount.org to register to vote.
And we're back. Thank you,
And we're back. Thank you,
sponsors.
sponsors. Hi, how are you? We're back. Um, okay, this one is a real dream now. The other ones were also real dreams that I
I was like,
said before. This
wait.
one, you're like, wait, you don't care about racism and stuff like that? No, I do.
Excuse me?
So,
Oh, I see what you mean now. The
yeah,
transition is what you're talking about. I was
yes,
like,
yes.
the first ones were real dreams too. What the fuck? Go ahead.
Okay, so this dream comes from 10/22/2017. Wow, that's the year I graduated. That was years ago. Woo.
Oh, shut the
Okay.
fuck up.
I'm old. It's literally just titled Dream One. This one doesn't even have like a title. Okay. I was in my work attire. This is when I worked at McAllister's. And for some reason, I was the only one working. And one of the like shift lead girls, her name was Tosh, was closing that night. And so while we were busy, customers began to be more and more demanding while I took orders. And while I was taking orders, a customer walked behind the counter to get himself a drink and tried to help me with other stuff. So like this random customer just like walked behind the counter and it's like getting stuff and like trying to help me. And it's like, oh, like, do you need Dr. Pepper? And like, it's just like asking
He's like,
random
I
shit.
got you.
And I'm like, dude, you don't work here. And so then for some reason I got really mad. And so I went to Tosh and I told her that I quit, and then I stormed out of McAllister's. And so when I went outside, there was like a crazy storm, and in the middle of it was a tornado, and it was powerful enough to pull me off of the ground. And so like I grabbed onto the entrance door
Mhm.
of the restaurant, and and then like because like it lifted me up off the ground, but like I pulled on the door to like pull me back inside so that way I could get back on the ground, like pulled the door closed. And so I went inside and I told everyone that they need to take cover, but Tosh was like, it's fine. And I was like, so then I heard a baby crying and asked if there was a doctor, and he helped deliver a an already born baby. Like I don't know what was happening in this dream. I wanted I have never been so girl. And so like I had to look up what it means like to have tornadoes in your dream. Apparently it just means that like you're like in a potentially destructive mindset or like situations or whatever, or like you're the destructive one. And the baby part just means that dreaming of babies may represent an immature aspect of yourself or a new aspect of yourself that is still maturing or developing. So yeah, this whole dream was just chaos and destruction. I hated it.
Oh my god, that is so
Never,
funny.
never again.
That is so funny. As you were saying that, I thought of this one dream that I would always have as a kid. I don't know why I have a lot of reoccurring dreams.
Me too. I'll tell you
But
mine after yours.
there's this one dream and I had to keep it together because I was about to start laughing when I thought of it. Because it makes no sense. I used to have a lot of dreams when I was a little kid that my uncle would come and pick me up from my grandma's house to go to my dad's house because he lives with my dad. And this happened one time, okay? I was sick and didn't give me the medicine, and he noticed, so he had to run back inside to get like the medicine. And in the dream, when that happens, he goes and gets the medicine, but then Frankie Muniz gets in the car.
Oh my god.
And starts driving off, like he just speeds off, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like you can't, like, I'm in the car. He was like, I know, and he's like driving, and I'm not even joking. He turns around, hands me a headshot signed Frankie Muniz, and then I'm freaking out, trying to figure out how to get out of the car. And he's driving, and he drives off a cliff. I don't really like Frankie Muniz. I've never watched any of his movies. His TV shows, nothing. So
my recurring dream is, so it has happened ever since I was a kid. So this one also takes place in my grandmother's house. So like I'm like standing at her front door. Her house is like filled up with water, like to the top. And so like I go inside this house, and like when you open up the front door, like all the water doesn't just like start pouring out. Like it's just like still, like it's fine. So like you can just like dive into the house and like you're okay. It's like I go into the house and I'm like swimming around the house, and then there's like piranhas in the house. And so then like where my mom's bedroom was when I was a kid, like when we used to live with my grandmother, like I'm like swimming around like the bedpost, and like these piranhas are like swimming around it with me, like they're like trying to eat me. And so then like finally like I make a break for it and like swim down the stairs as fast, that sounds stupid out loud, but swim down the stairs as fast as I can and like out the front door. And like obviously like they're not going to go out because like they would die. And so like they like I get out just in time, and then like I turn around, and like they're just like sitting there like looking at me like just like floating there and like
yeah, that's
swimming.
What I thought, bitch.
And I was just like, it's just like, but I don't know why, for some reason I always have that dream. I don't know why, and I can't remember, like, no, I need to. And I also like wish I could remember all the times I've had it, because like I'm a strong believer that like sometimes like if you have like a recurring dream, that like usually like it's either like a good thing or a bad thing, like you need to be like looking out for something. And I'm like, I wonder if like I'm like trying to figure out like if anything good or bad happened in my life at the times like when it has happened,
right?
And like so that way I can look out for it next time. Because girl,
that is so funny.
It's not working. Please hold.
It's not working for you?
I'm going to jump off a cliff, everybody. You're blinking slowly.
Hello? Can you hear me?
I'm going to give you some ASMR while it loads, everybody.
Ew. Is it working? No, you're frozen now. He's frozen. Let's see. Oh. Still not here. And he's back.
Did it stop recording?
No, it was recording the whole time.
Okay, tight. Perfect. Wow, not sure what happened. Again, my Wi-Fi sucks. So yeah, that's like one of my recurring dreams.
That's kind of creepy.
Yeah. My other dream from 2017 was me and a few other people were I remember this dream. Okay. Me and a few other people were sitting and looking at a spider in a jar. Don't ask me why we were doing that. I don't know. It was a dream. Someone lifted up the jar, stupid ass, and the spider got out. The spider was also poisonous. So like y'all real dumb. And we all freaked out as like the spider ran across the room. I know. Am I okay? I'm not good. We all freaked out as the spider ran across the room and up the wall and onto the ceiling. It then fell and then, oh my God, my phone's about to die. That's stupid. Okay, it then fell and ran towards us. And then it began to move and do weird things. Like, I think it was like dancing or like doing like really, that's what it was. It was like shaking, like almost like, I'm not sure if y'all have ever seen a tarantula like lose its, like shed its skin.
Nope.
But like when it's sped up, it is the most creepy process on the planet. So that's essentially like what it was doing. And then someone caught the spider and sealed it in a jar. And this dream had chaos and fear. Important note. My mother gave me a curfew the night this dream occurred. So that clearly had something to do with it.
He's like, it really affected me. Clearly, look at this dream.
It did. There are so many dreams in here where like there was like something where there was a dream that I had one time where I had been drinking and I was like with some family friends, and I was like, P.S. like important note or whatever, like I was drinking before I went to sleep, and that's why this dream occurred the way it did. So yeah. All right, you give us your last dream.
Oh, we're doing last dreams?
Yeah, my phone's about to die, so and my Wi-Fi sucks.
I should do a good one or not.
Oh, give us a good one. We're gonna do this again at some point because this is actually really fun. I like this.
Yeah, and I was starting to remember a lot when we were doing this. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna tell you this one that really kind of scared me. So this dream happened. Jesus, my dogs are going crazy.
If I unplug my headphones, if I unplug headphones and you talk, can you like hear anything? Like, can you hear your own voice feedback or no?
Let's see. Very slightly.
Very slightly. Dang it. Okay, that's fine. It's fine, mate. All right.
Oh, you don't have the little pluggy thing?
I do, but it's in my car, so.
Gotcha.
I'm not gonna go get it.
Clearly.
So yeah. All right.
Anywho. Okay, so this dream happened literally the night before we went on a road trip to go see One Direction. Okay. So, and also, it was just me and Donovan in the house. I was watching Donovan. Okay, so I was asleep in my mom's room, and so the dream starts off with me. Let's see, real quick. Let me just check. Okay, yeah. It starts off with me going to my dad's house, except in this dream, for some reason, it was like right there, like it was I was already there, and then he decided we're gonna go to Disneyland. But in the dream, it was like around the corner where Disneyland was. Okay, and let's see. Okay, we walk in. We immediately go to the Beauty and the Beast castle, even though they don't have a castle. All right, and we're looking at like the characters from Beauty and the Beast and all that stuff, and then my neighbor to my house shows up and is talking to us, and then something starts happening, like chaos, like a war or something starts happening, so we need to leave. And we go, I can't remember that freeway, but the one that passes the dog food thing.
Oh, sorry, my grandmother called me again.
No, you're good.
I-70.
Sure, that one. We're going down that one.
It's either I-70 or I-25.
And it's, for some reason, again, it's taking forever. And on each side of the freeway, there's bombs going off. And like lights are flashing, bombs are going off. It's like fucking crazy. And then we make it to my house, and then for some reason my neighbor and her boyfriend, I guess, come into our house, even though she has a home. Your grandma again?
Yes. She's gonna have to wait until we're done doing this.
But then we all go into my mom's room for safety for some reason. But we're all in there, and then we go to sleep and we wake up, and in the loft there's a window that's broken, so we have to take the whole thing out if we want the window open. If that makes sense. And I remember in the dream walking out and going to look in, like, out the window, and across the street there are like people fighting at this one house, and it's like fucking crazy. And then I go downstairs because I'm freaking out, and then I just see a bunch of people coming to the house because like our house is like now a refugee camp. And then I woke up, but this is why it freaked me out. When I woke up, what?
Oh, I'm just waiting. This is already stressing me out. Okay.
When I woke up, I had to go and close that window, the same window that was open in my dream. But when I go, and again, my street is so dead. There's nobody ever really outside. And when I went at the same house that I saw people fighting, there were people like working on the house and stuff. And I was like, okay, it's fine. Like, that's just a coincidence. And it's the same exact house, and all these guys I've never seen before at this house, right? And again, we went on a road trip to Missouri. And as we're going there, we're going down this really long highway, and it's night, and it's like thunderstorming. So like flashing lights are going off as we're driving, and I'm like kind of freaking the fuck out. I'm like,
like, oh God.
I'm like, I'm like, okay. And then we get to the hotel, and I remember we were we went downstairs to get like, they had like complimentary popcorn or something, and we were getting some, and I was like, this place is so nice. It's like so fancy. It's like a castle. And then my cousin India goes, oh yeah, it's like Beauty and the Beast. And I was like, bitch, shut the fuck up. I was like, why the hell would you say that? And she was like, what? And I was like, I told you about the dream. And then I don't know why, but the whole time that was just kind of looming over the trip, and I was freaking the fuck out. And I don't know.
God.
But yeah, that's why it freaked me out.
That is, bro, that is so stressful. I don't like that dream in the slightest.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, I'm on my way back right now. Sorry. My grandmother was asking what size shoe I wear. So
no,
that's
my mom is calling me now.
Oh my God. Okay, then we're gonna finish this. We're gonna finish this right here, right now. Well, I'm gonna do my quick It's okay, y'all. It is time for
Public HR meetings. Fucking no.
This is such an atrocious. This is an atrocious episode.
We are so sorry.
I'm so sorry, y'all. So, for mine, I don't have any. What are those things called? Criticism. It's a praise. Praise the Lord. And so praise Jesus. And so, my praise this week. For you is that I just want to thank you so much. I gave you the video late kind of this week. It was just in the wrong folder. But then my stupid self deleted it from the folder. This was literally in Google Drive. You can literally, Google Drive works the exact same way as like the Files app on your computer when like you like can move the files around and stuff to like different folders.
Right.
And I completely forgot that that's a thing in Google Drive, that I could have easily just done that and moved it to the right folder, but I deleted it. And then I was going to tell Joanna, I did tell her, and I was like, I'm so sorry that I'm an idiot, and I literally could have just moved it over, and that would have been probably a lot faster. But I did not do that, so then I re-uploaded it. But thank you for still editing the video, and you got it done in 2 days time, 3 days time.
Technically, yeah. I could have got it done in 1 day, but as you all can see, I dyed my hair yesterday.
Yes,
so...
she got her hair did.
So
and also,
I did it in the morning.
My second test for COVID came back negative, everybody. I'm officially allowed to go back into the public. Whoa. And yeah. So yeah, if you are listening to this on the lovely audio version only on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, please definitely subscribe and make sure you're still following us, because we would really appreciate it.
Please.
And if you'd like to follow us on Twitter or any of our other lovely social medias, you can. Mine is all of my social media handles are at Jaden Rosindo.
And all mine are Joanna J. Calderon.
Tight. And we also have, I didn't make, it's really not hard to make a hashtag, but if you ask us questions on Twitter with the hashtag Nothing Fancy Podcast, we'll be looking out for those questions and stuff like that.
Yes, we want to do a Q&A, please.
We want to do a Q&A. I realize that maybe not everybody's comfortable with having their voice in the podcast. I just died internally. Almost coughed up a demon. So I realize that not everybody's always comfortable having their voices heard, so we can always just read the questions from there. And if you want us to say your name on Twitter, then just specify that. And if not, then
it'll be a secret. It'll be anonymous.
Right. So if you don't want us to say it, then just say like, please don't say my name, after your question. But if you don't care, then don't say anything. Just ask us your question. We'll still say your name.
Yes.
So yeah. And go watch the film version of the podcast on Nothing Fancy Podcast
on YouTube.
And go subscribe. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see y'all later next time.
Hopefully with less technical difficulty.
Right. Jesus. Without people calling us. My
it's
goodness.
been a rough one.
It has. We're gonna leave now because this is the most chaotic episode we've ever had. So yes. I think it's because Mercury is in Gatorade. So
period.
Yeah. All right. We love y'all. We will see you next week with a brand new episode. Love yous. And bye.
Bye.
Bye.